Howdy y'all, thank you for joining us today for this unboxing of Ascension, the deck building game, Year 4 Collector's Edition. Ascension is a 1 to 4 player game for ages 13 plus that takes about 30 minutes to play. Howdy y'all, today we're going to take a look at Ascension, the deck building game, Year 4 Collector's Edition. So let's open this up and see what it looks like. Alright, we've got the rulebook. It's got the contents and the setup, story of what's going on with an overview. It's got how to lay out the game. Talks about the cards, the layout of the cards, so that you can easily tell what each one of them are and what they do. This is going to be new to me, the champions. It's got here the new mechanics, that way if you've already played the game and you know how the game goes, you at least can just read up on the new mechanics. And then the overview of the rules and how the game works. Game end. Frequently asked questions. So since these come out 5 years after, it's easy for them to know a few of the questions, and this is nice to add this in. That questions that have happened within this particular game. Realms Unraveled and Dawn of Champions is what this combines. Quick glossary, that's nice. And then 2 different ways to play. This one I found has become popular and I'm going to try it out. The solitaire rules and then team play. So, nice little rule book. Alright, this is what's new, the champions. I wasn't sure about the card size on this. This looks like it's a lot bigger than what I was thinking anyways, so I might have to try to find something special for these. But we got the heroes, Dartha, I guess, Nairi, Core, it's Adranus, so it looks like they have one that's a Void champion, one that's a Mechana champion, or Mechana. One that's a Lifebound champion, and an Enlightened champion. These are new, so I have to figure it out. They're pretty thin cardboard, so looks like they punch out pretty easy. I'm betting from looking at the back of the box, this was Reputation. Alright, I've only opened one of these year collector's editions. It was year 1, and the board was nice and foily also. This one looks about the same. Looks like I got it upside down here, but nice black and gold foil. That looks like the same size as the mat here that I'm filming on, so pretty nice. Oh. All right. Looks like it's about the same as the last year one, our year collection that I opened up, where they put it all inside this nice box. I actually carry it around in this box because it doesn't take up so much space as the tin. But we'll make sure there's nothing underneath and all this. Oh, if I can get this out. Yep. All right. Let's get that back in there. And remove the tin. And let's take a look at what's in this box. So this was in the other one too. It's a nice little small dice bag, just nice little bag for putting the honor in. The honor is the same representations they always have in all the games, where you get some of these red and clear gems. These are nice. I usually use them in all types of other games also, so I kind of just have them out with all my other components. But to give you a good look at them, just in case your first time seeing them. These are the same type of gems you can get like at a Hobby Lobby and stuff like that. But There's nice little representations. So that's the honor. All right. Dividers, so that you can separate out these cards. So we got the always available divider. And then looks like they just gave some random other dividers. Then if you want to separate out Dawn of Champions from Realms Unraveled. Oh, the Dawn of Champions. Sorry, didn't realize. You want to separate out the Dawn of Champions from the Realms Unraveled. Then your starting decks. And then if you want to have the promos separated out. So the nice thing about these collector's editions is it usually comes with, it'll tell you like all the base games that came out that year. And it'll come with all the promos that you could have gotten. And then for someone like me, I really like the foiling process. But like I said, these only come out 5 years after the year thing. So it's usually kind of a longer wait, especially if it's one of the versions of the game that you enjoy the most. All right. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at these cards. So I'll bring this in a little bit closer now. All right, let's take a closer look at these cards. Looks like they are doing the curling, which I've seen through other games, unfortunately, with the foils. Best way I've seen, like with other games, like Magic and stuff, is maybe storing them facing each other for a bit. But we're going to try to see if we can't get these flattened out, unfortunately. All right, so we got the Mystics, which the Mystics are basically the upgrade from your Spirit, I believe it's called. I've always called these Spirit, but they're actual runes. So the Mystics are the upgrades from your basics. And they're just the ones that are generally always out there available for anybody to pick up as you play. So there's a better improvement if there's not a better selection out for you to get to build your deck with. The same with the heavy infantry. This is the upgrade for the one in your base deck is a 1, just like the runes in your base deck are 1s. This is the power, or what I always call combat, but this is the power of the upgrade to the power so that you can have +2. And these are always available out there as a basic stack on the board. And there's a bunch of them. Do like the foiling process, other than the curling. This is the Cultist. This is the Cultist that is always out there for anybody to defeat. And it just stays out kind of like these do. And it just takes 2 power to defeat him to get you 1 honor. So that's him. And then we get into some of the cards. And it's got the symbol on the bottom to let you know where each card comes from and what set it belongs to. So this is the Mantra of Renewal. He's an Enlightened Construct. Here's an Enlightened Mantra of Renewal. He's an Enlightened Construct. We got the Premonition Bell for Enlightened Construct, a Canopy, Sanctuary, a Flytrap Staff, which is a Lifebound Construct. The constructs are basically things that stay out. Once you buy them, they go to your discard pile just like normal, and then they stay out, giving you an effect throughout the game. There's a Mechano Construct. Alright, which stack do we go to next? Oh, let's find one with the same symbol. Let's see, a Sparkbug is a Mechano Construct. Yep, so this is probably the next stack. Sorry about that. I decided to get this in a little bit better order. So we got the Mechana Construct, the Spark Bug again. Some more Mechana Constructs. Oh, sorry. And this is something fairly new in this version, is they mention about ones that are 2 different factions. There's 4 factions, the Mechanas as we saw. There's the Voids, the Enlightened, and the... escapes me at the moment... Lifebound. So they mentioned these, which are count as both. So first time I ever played with these in the game. Lifebound Mechana, Library Familiar. So these are all constructs. Conversion port, a plasma cannon, Shades Bargain, a Morbid Hammer, Emery's Sting, Guide of Lost Souls, Seer of Days Past. So we're getting into the heroes now. Austere Sage, Daybreak Ascara, Surge Protector, Serene Ascetic, Rift Drake Rider, Surya Light Shadow, Darda Master of Sight, a Root Scryer, bunch of them, Pack Leader, Shepherd of the Lost, Ogo Courier, Wild Gear Sower, Moonveil Click, Emissary of Dawn, Wild Queen here. She's like that artwork. I think that's the same one we saw earlier. Overhaul Cleric, Prospector Scout, Adam Builder Adept, and Core the Iron Mind. Actually, I don't know if I noticed that on the... Yeah, I wonder if these, since they don't have a way to buy them, because these look like the ones that were in the other guys. Betting these are guys that start in your starting deck and are unique depending on who you're playing. That'd be pretty cool. That's definitely an addition to the game that I think would be cool. I like player powers. All right. We got one more stack here. Yep, it's heroes again. I can get it open without using my fingernails so I don't scratch the cards. Got a Clockwork Sentry. Eventually I know we're going to get to the monsters. Undaunted Scout, Muse of Rebirth, that one's a pretty one. Maniacal Crusher, Riftgate Conjurer, Yap Sidranus, Corrupted Sage. Oh, these are the monsters. We have run into the monsters now. And the monsters actually have factions. I don't know if I remember that from the others. Betrayed Templar, a Thorn Charger, Cult of the False Circle, Rejected Prototype, Exhaust Lurker, Eridix the Glutton. Ooh, he's a big boy, Lord of Deofol. I guess Xeron, I think, if I'm saying that right. Deathfinder, a lot of those. Wild Rift Drake, the Covetous Kraken. Oh, these, sorry, just realized they're no more from the, they don't have that set symbol anymore. That we moved into the promos. So the Covetous Kraken, you know, they're a promo because it shows it there. The Covetous Kraken, David Prophetic Guide, Miles Golden Prodigy. Huh. I actually had this promo. So I must have been playing during this time a little bit. I just had the regular non-foil one. Zaya's Familiar. Yeah, and an Ogo Tracker. I had one of them. Huh. I did not realize I'd been playing with some of these. 9, I had Ethereal Huntress, Mistress of Blades, The Looking Glass, Tower of Ascendancy, Vault of Ascara. So that's pretty cool. I definitely had some of these promos. I just didn't realize, I knew I'd been playing with the early years. I didn't realize I'd actually been playing during these when this year was out. Or maybe the promos came out before it. I could have sworn it was right before, but it might have been about the same time. All right, so we'll move on to this symbol now. I have not seen the starter cards yet. So I'm assuming this might have been the expansion that we were looking at. But I don't think so because it had the heroes, but maybe the expansion did add it. I don't know. Either way, we'll see here soon. All right. They usually start with the constructs. Oh well, we're just looking at the cards anyways. Void Forged Paladin, straight into the monsters, so this is probably the last stack actually. Wailing Spectre, Wild Gear Druid, a Wolf Shaman. Well, no, that was just one monster. Workshop Gargoyle, 0 Point Reactor. Oh, and there's the starters. So these are the starting cards. These are the ones that everyone starts with in your base deck. And like I said, you're going to go for the improvements like the Cultist and the Heavy Infantry, or Mystic and the Heavy Infantry. The Cultist is the guy you get to defeat. But yep, so these will be in your starting deck. So there'll be a ton of these apprentices. Everybody gets 2 of these starting in their deck usually. Or no, the apprentice you actually start with like 8 of, because this is your, what everyone always calls money, but it's your runes that you buy with. And then you got your basic power / combat, your militias that you start with. And these are the ones you only get 2 of in your starting deck. Get a better look at that foil there. And then this was probably supposed to go with then into this stack, but could have planned that out a little bit better, I guess, but cool. All right. Let's go ahead and open this one, I guess, next. Hadayu the Serene. This card says Transformed Hero. And it says here it's because he counts as all factions, so he's got a nice rainbowy look, which might be kind of hard to pick up on the camera. It's the same dude. This is the Serene. This is him tormented as a monster. Air Support Squadron, Alset Monk Prodigy, Reactor Savant, Animus of the Wild, Black Watch Exemplar, Borderland Mercenary, Borderland Nihilist, the Monster, Cannon Templar, Citra Matron of Stars, Clutch of Darkness, Deathbound Druid, Death Dealer Noble, Defense Generator, Darta the Eternal, Disciple of Citra, or Cetra. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm probably going to butcher a lot of these. Disciple of Emery, Disciple of Uloth, Disciple of Oziah. Kind of looks like the guy from the original game and artwork. Druid's Wreath, Emery, Demon's Bane, Emery the Unmaker, or maybe Emery, Everbloom Click, some fairies, Forgotten Scripture, Foundation Burrower, Hedron Watchtower, Initiate's Gauntlets, Journeyman Outrider, So we did this one in the right order, as Journeyman Outriders picked up right here. So we got those Journeyman Outriders, Mantra of True Sight, Matron of Discovery, Neophyte Mentor, Nightmare Delver, Remus Pack Guardian, Remus Wild Emissary, Sadistic Giant, Sage of Lucid Dreams, Scion of Cetra, Scion of Emery, there's a Scion of Uloth, Scion of Oziah, Scryer of the Lidless Eye. Definitely some cool artwork in these with the foils. Secluded Laboratory, Shadow Stalker, Snapdragon Witch, Sower of Betrayal, Sower of Discontent, Spike Vixen, Terrorizing Fiend, Time Stream Seer, Upgrade Foundry, Verdant Crown, Ver Ephemeral Guru, Ver Ascetic Master, and a Void Forge Paladin, which we saw earlier, so that meant this stack. That was the last stack. And this has the same symbol. Oh, I'm not seeing a way. Without using my fingernail and taking a chance of scratching the card. So I'm always trying to be super careful. Alright. These are, I think, double-sided. Yep. These look double-sided, so I'm assuming we'll have to look up what that change is in the book. It shows Borderland Mercenary. I'll set Reactor Savant, Dahlia the Serene, Clutch of Darkness, Borderland Mercenary. Guess really shit's going. Because I noticed the other side of the Borderland Mercenary is the Borderland Nihilist. And then I'll set Reactor Savant. The other side is all set Monk Prodigy. Then Dahlia the Serene is. We saw Dahlia the Tormented. Clutch of Darkness. It's Initiate's Gauntlets. And then it gives another set, I think. Oh, no. Yep, we'll definitely have to look into that. Scion of Emery. Double-sized Disciple of Emery. Looks like you could transform them, it says. Scion of Cetra. Disciple of Cetra. Scion of Oziah. Yeah, I'm saying it both ways. Disciple of Oziah, which we've seen these cards. Scion of Uloth. Disciple of Uloth. Emery Demon's Bane. Emery the Maker. Mantra of True Sight. Forgotten Scripture. A Verdant Crown. Druid's Wreath, 0 Point Reactor, Secluded Laboratory, Remus Wild Emissary, Remus Pack Guardian. I think looking at the way these were, it's probably the other side, and I'm showing them backwards. Mantra of True Sight, Forgotten Scripture, Vir Ephemeral Guru, and Vir Ascetic Master. So I'm assuming these are just tokens for a way of doing it without having to flip, and a way that you could transform. Well, let's just read the card real fast. On Vir here, it says, while this is in your hand, if you have played a hero of every faction this turn, transform this into Vir, Ephemeral Guru. Acquire a hero in the center row without paying its cost and put it in your hand. So then you would transform him, acquire all heroes in the center row without paying their cost, and put them in your hand. It's a better version. But yep. So These are standard sized cards, which means what I use is Dragon Shield standards, and I like the clear matte non-glares. The size you're going to look for standard are Pokemon / Magic size. You can find it almost any LGS or big box store, but I definitely say support your local game stores. The size you look for is 88 by 63. And these fit pretty cool. Matter of fact, I got one loose here. I can kind of show. I like the way the back feels. The shuffle's pretty good to where they don't get all gummy and sticky. I guess I should have used one that wasn't double-sided so I could show the back. Yeah. So, as you can see, it's got a gloss, kind of like a frosted, might be hard to see on camera, frosted back, and then doesn't detract away from the foil. It's got a little bit of gloss to it, but you can still see the foil pretty good, and I like that. And this frosted front just kind of makes it to where it doesn't take scratches. It's got the matte finish to it. And it says that there are 100 cards for the Realms Unraveled and 96 for Dawn of Champions and 22 promos. So you're looking at, if you're going with these, you're probably going to need 3 boxes and have a bunch of spares, or I'd say about 250 sleeves. And then that's not accounting for if you need if these double-sided ones, which I'll usually just put inside of, you can find the Dragon Shield that don't have the frosted back, or if these aren't going to be shuffled with, you could probably just get some penny sleeves and put them in the penny sleeves. I just like the little extra protection from the Dragon Shields. But yep, so we'll get this to the table and try it out. Might even have some playthroughs on our channel. So thank you for joining us, and have a great day.